Yo, Eagles fans, what's good? Welcome to another post-pounding edition of Eagles Insider. Coming at you from the heart of Philly, where football isn't just a game, it's a way of life. Let me hit you with a wild thought. Imagine a coach riding one of the NFL's greatest winning streaks ever, stepping up after a thrilling comeback and saying, "That's on me." That's Nick Sirianni, folks, and that's why your Philadelphia Eagles are soaring. After a heart-stopping 33-26 win over the Rams at Lincoln Financial Field, we're diving deep into the drama, the strategy, and the unrelenting Philly spirit. So, grab your green gear and let's fly into it. Picture Sunday at the Link. The stands are electric, 70,000 fans ready to erupt, but the vibe? It's tense. The Eagles' offense is stuck, like a cheesesteak without the whiz. The Rams build a lead, and that iconic crowd roar, think, "Fly, Eagles fly," shaking the rafters, fades to whispers. A home loss feels real, but this is Philly where grit lives. The second half, absolute fireworks. Jalen Hurts lights it up, A.J. Brown goes off, and the defense seals a 33-26 comeback that had the Link rocking. It's the kind of game that reminds you why we bleed green. Heart, hustle, and pure fight. Let's talk Nick Sirianni. On Monday, with the city buzzing over a 19-1 stretch, 19 wins, 1 loss, folks, right up there with the 1972 Dolphins, he didn't bask in glory. Facing the media, he owned the flaws. "Our detail wasn't what I wanted," he said, dissecting a sloppy kickoff return. "I didn't put those guys in enough positions. That's on me." In a league where coaches dodge blame, Sirianni's accountability is bold. It's not just talk. It's the engine driving this historic run, keeping the Eagles hungry even with a record that's the envy of the NFL. Now, let's break down the game. The first half was rough. Penalties piled up, the run game stalled, and the Rams' defense, led by Aaron Donald's relentless pressure, had Hurts scrambling. Halftime flipped the script. Sirianni and offensive coordinator Brian Johnson went aggressive, and the stars delivered. Jalen Hurts, the 27-year-old quarterback who's been a Philly hero since his Alabama and Oklahoma days, threw for 209 second-half yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a dual-threat magic that echoes Donovan McNabb's prime. A.J. Brown, frustrated early, exploded for 109 yards, saying post-game, "Let your killers do their thing." Devonta Smith, the Heisman-winning Slim Reaper, made clutch grabs, while Jason Kelce, the 37-year-old center and heart of this team, anchored the line. Defensively, Darius Slay locked down receivers, and Hasten Reddick brought heat with a key sack. But the run defense? It struggled, giving up 150 yards, a red flag if injuries hit the line, with names like Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis to watch. Statistically, this win boosts Philly's scoring to 28 points per game during this streak, edging out their 2017 Super Bowl season's 28.6. That year, Nick Foles' Philly special stunned Tom Brady's Patriots, etching a legendary chapter. This squad feels like it's writing another. Compared to last season, where Hurts threw for 3,858 yards and 23 touchdowns, he's on pace to top that, with Brown and Smith combining for over 2,000 receiving yards. The Rams secondary, allowing 250 passing yard per game, was no match for Philly's second-half air raid. For context, let's tap into Eagles history. Born in 1933, this franchise has seen it all. Triumphs like the 1960 NFL Championship, heartbreaks like 4 Super Bowl losses pre-2017, and rivalries that burn hot. The NFC East is a war zone, with the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, as Philly's ultimate foe. Remember crushing them in 2020 to kill their playoff hopes? Or the Giants, who we smoked 38-7 in the 2022 playoffs. The Commanders are always a wild card, too. Legends like Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, and Brian Dawkins, Weapon X, set the standard. Today, Hurts, with over 10,000 passing yards and 50 rushing touchdowns, carries that torch. Brown and Smith form a top-tier receiver duo, and Kelce's leadership is the glue. Imagine grabbing a word with a fictional fan, Joey from South Philly. That first half, I was losing it, man. But when Hurts hit Brown for that 50-yard bomb, I was screaming, "Fly, Eagles fly," so loud, my neighbors bang on the wall. Or picture Brian Johnson saying, "Nick's self-blame keeps us sharp. We trusted our playmakers, and they delivered." Kelsey might add, "Sirianni's all about details. 19-1 is insane, but one slip, and it's over." That's Philly football. Looking ahead, assuming a 3-0 start, the Eagles own the NFC East. Sirianni's tweaks can make this offense unstoppable, projecting a 14-3 season, with Hurts in MVP talks and a top seed. The Lynx a playoff fortress, but injuries on that defensive line could hurt, and the Commanders are sneaky. Still, this team's Super Bowl DNA is undeniable. Trivia time. Fly Eagles Fly started in the 1960s, now Philly's anthem, popping up in Invincible or Rocky's gritty vibe. Eagles Nation. Sirianni's humility is dynasty fuel. Gear up for the next fight, maybe those Cowboys, and keep that green pride loud. Tune in next for more Eagles Insider. Fly, Eagles, fly.